Welcome to another brand new episode of Live Forex Trading with your host, Peeling Mindset. Welcome. This is a brand new day, the month of June. This is the 7th of June, the Tuesday, the second week, but the first Tuesday of the month. Be here one more time. I'm going to check the sound system, checking the sound. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3. T. Is the sound all good? I hope the sound is good. See if this is all good. Let's see. So we are live one more time. It's nice to be back. It's always nice back. We are checking the system. Systems all good. So beautiful. So pound yen. I took a trade in pound yen around London session today. There was a very nice buys after the hourly support. This was actually a fairly good execution. After obviously breaking 30-minute high, seeing rejection at the bottom, we saw volume only in about 45 minutes after London market opened, but we definitely did push up. My target was this high. It was 166.085, and that's what got hit, and I secured everything right there. But right now, obviously, we are in New York session, so we're gonna break down the chart. We're gonna do analysis according to New York structure, which kind of seems very similar, and the price action kind of is pointing out towards the upside. We're gonna see what we can do. All right, just a second here, just a second. Down, fixing the system, and we are here. All right, so Vedvitanic is saying good morning, brother. Morning. Good morning to you as well. As we're going to break down today's chart, and we're going to break down the most recent price action in pound, and we're going to talk about what's happening in pound yen. So it's very interesting to see how there's a clear monthly range on the upside. If we are pushing up in this range, there is a higher chance we're going to mirror this range, and that's something I'm looking forward to. Right, so we have been pushing up. We were ranging for some time from 2021 Feb to March of 2022. Now we have recently started breaking up of this level. Does that mean the most recent trend of pushing up is being continued? More than likely, the recent trend in pound yen has been bullish, and we are rejecting the bottom candles on the left hand side, showing signs of continuation with wicks towards the upside. So we have a greater chance to push up. Now what I want to see is, I would want to see for example, for a clear move with a volume move, I would love to see Thursday. Is Thursday a clean day? Let's see. Today is a fairly clean day. We have USD trade balance news. Wednesday is a clean day. Thursday could be somewhere we can see a lot of volume. Wednesday and Thursday, that's what I'm looking forward to. But yeah, pound yen has been very bullish. No doubt on that. We were ranging for some time. We broke above this range. We pushed all the way up. That was a high. And if this was a high in a bullish trend, we needed a support. We needed a lower low. Ooh, we got somebody here.
Hello.
Hello, brother. How's it going?
Not bad, not bad. How are you?
I am beautiful. I'm good. I am very good. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, brother. First time in June, I guess.
Yes, first session in June. That's right. I was breaking down pound yen's action. So pound yen, as I was saying, you haven't missed much action. So pound yen has been bullish. There was a high. Obviously, if this was a high in a bullish trend, we needed a higher low or I would say a support. A support was created. Definitely, we are pushing up ever since. Now, one of the key things we notice in gold and pound yen is something like this: a rejection at the bottom. One rejection has been there already. We know there's a rejection. There's a high chance this wick on the left hand side, this 32 pips. Actually, how much is this? This is 326. Is it? Actually, no.
I cannot see your screen actually. Yeah, I'm not sure that.
Do it.
Right.
That should be done and dusted. Beautiful. All right.
Okay, thank you.
So the wick on the left hand side, 33, 34 pips on the upside, that will be filled definitely. And we do have a better range in about 80 pips range towards the upside to play in. That means to push up with a much more relaxed approach. We want to see price sustaining above this high, and then candles retracing one more time, making another high or low, and just playing with the trend. Now our bias is a long-term bias in pound yen, because we can see prices pushing up and there's clear range on the upside. It's so simple to have a bias of buy right now. I wouldn't argue if somebody comes in and tells me it's a bullish bias in pound yen. Definitely not gonna argue with that. Now, looking at the daily time frame, what I can see is on a daily we have been breaking these ranges. These were our target on the upside, right? Obviously, if we are pushing up, we have been pushing up pretty clear, just straightforward up. But price action in pound yen gold, oftentimes, usually it's not like this. It just doesn't move up directly, making candles, just bullish candles all the time. No, it has to retrace. It has to do some sort of relief rally, a retracement, making another high and low. Then we can again push up. That means we need a target first. A target could be a price breaking this level, creating another higher high. As we know, in a bullish trend, we make higher high, higher low, higher high. So my bias will not change, even if there's going to be some counter trend trade across the way. Retracements, we have potential retracement areas such as this. So for example, one of the main retracement areas where price can dip all the way down to is 163, 195. It's expected. Okay, but that doesn't mean prices action and trend is going to change if we tap 163, 195. The trend is not going to change until and unless we start breaking 156, 240. That's so simple. Okay, so if we start rejecting the top, no, the trend is not going to change anymore. This is a volume month, and look at the price action. Look at the target on the left hand side. So for now, the bias is clearly buy. But if we are to look at 4 hour, what do we want to see? If we are pushing up, we want to take buys. What do we want to see? We want to see price retracing, making supports, something like this, so that we can take a relaxed approach and we can, take buys with more confidence. So for now, looking at price action, pound yen 4 hour, there's a clear traffic on the left hand side. I can see there is some sort of trouble around this area, around starting from 167 flat area. There is some trouble, so potentially 167 flat could be one of the targets for price action. Also, it's a psychological level, 167 flat. That's something where price can have a little bit hard time moving up to, but my ultimate target through this week is 167.580. Now, what we can see is previous 4 hour candle actually closed bearish, but with a huge rejection at the bottom. We can clearly see this is a bullish pressure. The candles pushed down 75, 76 pip, and we pushed all the way up. The body was in about 20 pips, so almost 50 pips of bullish pressure. There was huge pressure at the bottom. Now if I have to go into 2 hour time frame, what I can clearly see that the pre-London was a retracement. We retrace all the way down, almost close to this support area, 4-hour support area. My bias was a buy as long as we stayed above 165.200, and that's what happened. I saw a hourly support. Now at that point in time, I know when pound yen is trending and it's a high volume time, London session time, we will see a continuation, especially after a 1-hour support. And I definitely executed a buy, a calm, patient, I would say relax, very relaxed approach trade here. And the buys worked out beautiful. My target was 166.085. We got hit again, as I said earlier on. But it's so apparent that this seems like another higher low, higher high. We definitely pierced this resistance. We broke that level. Now, how many times have we tried breaking 166.085? This is the first time we tried breaking 166.085. We dropped down pretty heavy. Potential liquidity grab for London session. We started pushing up, trending up, making high highs, high lows. The candles are looking very obvious, showing bullish pressure. Now what we need to see is, for a clear buying opportunity, we wanted to see an hourly candle close with on the top above 166.085, just because of the fact that there's a clear range on the left hand side from above 166.085. Look at this. Look at the way the candles are printing here. Right? So any beginner traders out there, if you ever want to know how you can capitalize, this is how you can capitalize. You look on the left hand side to see where has the huge move happened, and can you basically mirror that move. This is a huge move downwards, clean candles, and when we move through a clear set of traffic, there is a high chance we can mirror that and we can get a clear trade. Also, we are in a bullish trend, so we can pretty much mirror that. Ooh, I got a call. Pick this up later. This we're gonna break down the chat first. All right, so for a clear buy, obviously, as I said, we would want to see, we would want it to see an hourly candle close with the wick on the top of a 166.05. That way, our checklist would have been properly ticked. But this is like a hourly candle close with a wick on the top, but not of a 166.085. What does that mean? Does that mean our bias has changed? No, the bias hasn't changed yet. All we want to see is probably we head to 30-minute and see more details. On a 30-minute, we can see that this candle one more time started breaking 166.085. I'm going to erase this London trade. We started breaking 166.085 level, but we are retracing at this point of time. So if we are to push up with New York volume, we want to see some sort of support, and then we want to see 166.155 level being broken, and then with New York volume, maybe some buys. That's as easy as it could be. So for now, we don't want to rush into a buy, even though we know there's a high chance we're going to push up. I think taking a buy when the candles are bearish is not a good idea, because of the fact that New York market retraces, and the market can do whatever it likes. No matter how good theory we know, no matter how well we remember our price action and we follow rules, market can always be nasty. So we want to catch the clean move. So probably waiting for at least say candle to close 5 with top will be a good idea. That's what I think. So you know what I'm gonna do? Let's adjust the level. 166.1p. Waiting for 15, at least a 15-minute candle to close over to start with. Buying potential. It seems like a buy looking at the hourly just by its get-go. Hourly candle in its first few minutes, first 15 minutes retracing. As long as the price stays above 165 200, it's definitely a buy. Buy for me. No sales for me tonight. Gotta wait. Here's the good thing about the market. You know, you can be very selective on what sort of trade you want to take. You don't need to take every trade the market presents you with. You don't need to take every single trade. No, not at all. No, you don't need to take every single trade. You can be very selective. You can be like, hey, you know what? And I don't like this trade. I don't want to take it. You can be very selective. And that's a good thing about market. Or maybe we could catch some scalping sales below 165 200, but that is going to be a counter trend trade. I'm just going to put it down here. Anyways, if we have clear ideas plotted down in our chart, basically if we have clear ideas and plans that's jotted down already, it's going to be good to execute on it. So that's right. Come to the market, we look at overall bias, we look at clear traffic. Basically, some of the beginner traders, obviously they're gonna struggle learning the overall bias, but I think it's a good idea just having an overall hand side, an overall market, just to build confluences. You're gonna have confusion. You're gonna be like, oh man, on a weekly I can see it going up, on a daily it's going down, on a 4 hour it's going up, on 2 hours going down. But the main idea is the higher time frame movement momentum always plays out. The smaller time frame is just a build up, right? And we can actually use this idea in a counterintuitive way, such as we see smaller candles formation, which is a high time frame visualization. Now that might be a little confusing, but what I mean by that is, if you know how high time frame candle actually formulates or kind of builds up, that's something we can observe in smaller time frame. For example, we know a 4 hour candle in a trend, there's a retracement in its first few half. That means if a 4 hour candle is trying to move up, more than likely the 4 hour candle is going to grab a whole bunch of liquidity at the bottom and is going to make a wick, and that wick at the bottom is a lower time frame support or a lower time frame move down. And the lower time frame doesn't necessarily mean the trend has changed. It's just a relief. It's just the way how candles move. The higher time frame is way more consistent and it takes a longer time to form. So what you need to do is just visualize your daily candle making move to its opposite direction before shooting to its original direction, right? So original direction as in the overall trend. If you are anticipating a bullish move in pound yen, you want to see a daily low. That way you are in a safer, I would say, hand, or I would say you are in a safer bias, because you've seen the market doing its false move or its liquidity grab move or its move in the opposite direction before shooting in its meant to be direction. Okay, so for now, I mean, the candles are retracing. It's not any surprise. Let it retrace, right? So clear buys definitely seems above 166 140. A lot of people are gonna start taking buys, but that is too aggressive. We don't want to be too aggressive in the market. I don't want to be too aggressive in the market. Okay, so look at 2 hour, as we said, a 2 hour candle in the first few minutes is retracing. This is the retracement of actually the 4 hour too. Oh wow, look at this. Actually 4 hour candle was actually rejecting 166 140. I think it's a really good idea to wait for at least an hourly support. Yeah, there's hourly support from London session. So we want to see if the prices are going to reject the bottom, and then we might get a 30-minute support to start with, And then with the volume, we can get buys of a 166, 140. I don't think taking sales around here is a good idea, just because that the recent trend is bullish trend, and this could be only a New York liquidity grab at the bottom. And that's what's happening. It's an interesting day. All right, so on YouTube, Kennedy says, look at gold, bro. All right, let's really look at gold. Yes, we don't want to spend a lot of time on pounding. We want to look at gold. I actually looked at gold this afternoon. I drew a channel, and it's actually interesting. All right, so I'm going to give you my analysis on gold, right? All right, so what does gold do all the time? Gold, no matter how hard it retraces, gold's ultimate purpose is to just go up in value, right? Now, if you notice on a monthly time frame, we are pushing up. This is a key level here. Anything from 1735 to, I would say, 1785, 83 is a key demand area, key support area. We have been rejecting this area, and we have been holding price level above this level. We have been holding price level above this area, right? So previous monthly candle closing bearish with a wick at the bottom showing signs of continuation. This monthly candle retracing up. Is it to actually push down further? Could be, because it's actually respecting the previous monthly's body. Now let's head into the weekly time frame. On a weekly time frame, I can see otherwise. On a weekly time frame, the most recent push down, the most recent trend is a bearish trend. So to push even further lower, we need another resistance. Is there a resistance here? Yes, there is a resistance, a weekly resistance. Not a very confident, strong, I would say, resistance, but definitely there is a rejection here. So if we are to push down, there is already a sign we can notice. We just want to see a heavier rejection on the top, just like the previous candle. Being said that, right now taking sales, looking at weekly candle is not obvious. We don't want to do that. I'm not confident in that, right? And we can see the rejections getting higher and higher in gold. Does that mean the bias in gold is buys anyways? Could be. Now what we do is we head into the daily time frame. On a daily time frame, what we see is gold broke this support, rejected the support a few times before heading down. There is a target at the bottom. If we are starting to push down on a daily time frame, we want to see this daily support being broken. That's the 1835. Let's see. That is the 1836.50. If we are starting to push down on a daily point of view, we need to break 36.50 sort of a level to start pushing down. Otherwise, daily is super rangy. You can see the candles are printing side by side. It's nothing. This is like a nothing price action. We don't want to trade in such a price action. Either we want a clear range or a clear break above. Actually, either we want a clear traffic. Sorry about the technical term mistake, but we need a clear traffic or we need a clear break above, right? So because gold overall bias, no matter what year, no matter what market condition, it's going to be bullish. After all, it's going to be bullish. People are going to buy gold no matter what, right? So being said that, on a daily time frame, a bias would be in between. It's going to be, it's not going to be a strong buy, not going to be a strong sell yet. But what I can do is, what we can do is 4 hour. We can head into 4 hour time frame and see what's happening. All right. On a 4 hour time frame, it's quite interesting. How is it interesting? Look at this. We actually are trying to break above. For example, let me actually erase everything out of the chart, right? That way you guys will know how I analyze. That was my London analysis on gold. So this is how I analyze. Basically, I start from monthly, weekly to daily. Now this is a clear weekly resistance level, which we are rejecting, holding off of. Now on a daily, this is kind of funny. As I said earlier on, I want to see price breaking, gold breaking You know what? If I have to readjust my level, probably 1836 flat to start pushing down. If we are pushing down on a daily time frame, if we are pushing up, clear buys above 169 flat could be a good idea. On a 4-hour, what I can see is, look at this. We try to break this level. Okay, I'm going to show you. On gold, we try to break 163.45. How many times? Once, twice, 3 times, the 4th time, 5 times. This is the 5th time we try to break that level. It's kind of resisting to break that level. It tried several times. We aren't able to break that level, and we are pushing down every time. But the tries are multiple times towards the upside, right? So if we are pushing up, maybe we can start taking buys of hold on, maybe a clear buys of 1855.60 could make sense. 1855.60 on a daily time frame, as I said, sales would be nicer below 1836. But what I can see now, looking at the 4-hour, is that sales below 1838.30 could be a good idea too, because there's an 83 pips range. Probably we can catch 10 to 20 pips in that nice bit of range. Also, what we can see is 4-hour is super duper rangy. Okay, and I can also see a channel playing out here. If a channel is actually playing out here, it's sort of interesting. Because oftentimes in gold and pound yen, what we see is we see channels, we see price action behaving with the channel. This is actually really scary, but it happens, right? Proper manipulation, proper machines price action, machine printed price action, and whatnot. But again, if we are trying to take buys, this is rangy, so I would usually stay away from this sort of range, right? So if I have to look at 2-hour time frame, what I can see is buys of 1855.60 could make sense. So let's go to 1 hour. On an hourly time frame, what I can also see is this level is a previous support level. This is 1850 flat. 1850 flat is a support level, right? And we broke this level. This almost seems like a retest. If that's a retest, we can start pushing down. But I think if I have to adjust my level, buys above 1856.20 looks like a good idea. Now let's go to 30-minute. On a 30-minute, what I can see is, look at this. In today's price action, what happened today? Around Asian session, we pushed up. We retraced around London session. We started pushing up London session. We retraced, made another support around London session. We started pushing up again. We retraced. We pushed up again, pre-New York. Now, this almost seems like a bullish price action and a preparation to push even higher. So if I was to take a buy, just looking at this, let's adjust this, right? If I was to take a buy, just this level, 1848.35. Look at this. We actually broke above 1848.35, right? Around, this is around London session. We retraced, made support. We started pushing up even higher. This 30-minute candle, the pre-New York, this is a hardcore pre-New York 30-minute candle retracing lower, right? So as long as we stay above 1848.35, it seems like we can push up higher in about 36 pip range to this rejection area. I think it's going to be a better buy above 1850. I am trying to take a buy. Clear buys. 56.20. It's way better, right? If I'm trying to take a sell, oh man, I just sells, to be honest. Probably for a sell, we might want to see a heavier rejection from the top and engulfing action, probably below 1846.25 could be a good idea. But still, it's difficult. Gold sells is still difficult because what's going to be the confirmation here? Right, to think about it, what is going to be the confirmation? Probably an hourly candle closing bearish, almost sort of like a break and a retest to push down lower. An hourly resistance, right? As I said, an hourly resistance could be a confirmation. So that means we still have to wait for 33 more minutes for our confirmation to build. And with some volume, we might push down, right? So what do we want to see? We want to see price rejecting the top, rejection on a 5-minute. We are starting to see rejection on a 5-minute, but we want to see at least an hourly candle closing bearish. So let's see what's going to happen. I mean, the bias is going to be buy as long as we stay above 1848.5. It's actually interesting on a gold on a 5-minute time frame. We are starting to see a fake out on the top. This was the first 5-minute candle that broke above this range, and the next 5-minute candle engulfed fully, closed with a wick at the bottom. We are starting to push down. We are 31 minutes away from the market open. Actually, 30 minutes away from market open. And look at this 5-minute candle actually doing some sort of fake out on the top. Yeah, gold fake out oftentimes can give you like 20, 25, 30 pips even. And it seems like it's going to push down here. I'm not going to take a sell. I'm not going to take a fake out sell here. But it seems like it's going to push down. It's actually interesting. Previous 30-minute candle closed bearish. We are still above 1848.35. I think a better sell is going to be when we start closing below 86.20. At least a 30-minute candle closing below T20 if you want to be numeric. How do we say numeric? Yes, numerically.
Numerically.
Numerically. Yes, if we want to be numerically correct. Numerically. And if you guys are enjoying this stream, make sure you guys hit that like button. So the more likes and the more share we get, the more the stream gets shared by the algorithm. And a lot of people, a lot of traders out there who are trading alone, they can come in, they can join in, and they can trade with us together. Such a good idea, right? Please. Let's look at USD JPY and see what's happening in USD JPY. USD JPY as well is super bullish. It's super duper bullish, just like pound yen and any other yen instrument. Yen quoted instrument. Anything with yen in the back is just pushing up pretty hard. So if USD JPY is pushing up, gold should push down for the session. Wow, look at gold. Gold is retracing pretty hard. Our 4-hour candle on gold almost seems like it's rejecting that support area that we actually broke below. If this was a support area that we broke below, we needed a retest, and this seems like a retest. 4-hour candle somehow closes bearish. There's a very high chance we can actually push all the way down. Actually, there's actually a very high chance. Also noticing 4 hours key level. This was a support area. We are kind of maintaining price above this level. We push up from here. We push all the way down, retested, pushed up. We tried to break below. No, we came back right away. Then we started to break below one more time. No, we again came back up with some fake out as well. Kind of interesting. Gold right now is definitely ranging on a high time frame. Daily, as we talked about just before, look at daily. Daily is super rangy, right? Super rangy. 4 hour, there is a chance this is a retest, as we said earlier on. 2-hour candle is still respecting previous 2-hour candle's body. Hourly candle kind of retracing. We are 35 minutes in this new hour. We have 24 minutes left for its close. We want to see how the hourly candle is going to close. I think it's very important to see how the hourly candle is going to close. For gold, definitely taking buys above 1856.20 could be a good idea. Also, there is a trade balance news coming on. They're looking at good numbers. They're looking at good numbers. So let's see what's happening. If USD is stronger, gold should actually dunk down. Right now, looking at it, looking at the most recent today's price action, we can see high highs, high lows in gold as well. And the bias is buy as long as we are above 5. Previous 30-minute candle close bearish, but right now seems like a retest. And in about, actually not in about, accurate retest at the previous resistance to start pushing up. But again, I am on a fence here. I don't want to take a buy right away. Up to wait for at least a 15-minute support. That way, if there's a 15-minute support and we start breaking the previous 15-minute high in this range, we could range from above there is in about 24 to 3 pips range, all the way up to T. Adjusting the level. 10 and waited.
Can you hear me, Anuj?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
I think there was something wrong with my headphone. I was talking all the time and you were not answering, so I think you didn't hear me.
Oh no, I can hear you now. There was no sound whatsoever.
But yeah, I think there was something wrong with my headphone here.
Oh my god. Oh no.
I am here wondering what is going on here.
Yeah, if if I don't reply, you can always mention me in the session chat room.
All right.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god. You were saying something?
Oh no, it looks like there's not much volume today in NY session.
Yeah, gold actually there is no volume whatsoever. Pound yen has good volume. Pound yen, anything with yen has high volume. But anyways, there's no move whatsoever. No.
Yeah.
London was a good move. We pushed up. That was a good one. About 50 pips. You know what happened today? I took a buy, right? Because I'm using two terminals. I could close easily on my one of the terminals. I had my take profit set right here. Right here.
Okay.
And one of the terminals just closed automatically, just secure the position, and the other terminal got frozen. Other terminal got frozen, and I tried to close from my phone. Didn't work. I'm not gonna say which terminal it is, but because it's from one of our good friends, we can't defame him, right? And what happened?
Yeah.
It didn't close here, and it was freezing. I was trying to close this for the next 2-3 minutes. I gave up. Oh man, whatever. If it's gonna retrace, if it's not gonna close, it might take profit, whatever. And I went. I was doing some chicken. I was cutting some chicken, and later I came and saw. Actually, it didn't close here. It closed on the peak. It gave me more pips, so which is good.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah. It froze here. I was like, oh, I was really upset. Oh, fuck. I was waiting for this, you know? And it actually gave me more pips.
I guess the terminal felt bad that it froze, so it gave you more pips as compensation.
Yeah, I hope so. It actually gave me like 7 pips more in 2 position, which is good.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. I actually placed my take profit exactly 166.070, and it closed around 166.139, both of the position.
Nice.
Yeah, that was good. This has happened to me in the past too. This was in news.
Oh wow.
Yeah. What happened was long time ago I took a position and the take profit was there, and I closed, and I tried to close, didn't close. I was like, oh, I was upset then too, but it actually somehow closed, even if it retraced, but it gave me more pips than it was supposed to, which is good.
Nice. Yeah.
So it slipped on my profit, which is good.
Well, as long as it does not slip on your stop loss, it's good.
Yep. Let it slip as much as it likes on the take profit. Just slip. You know? Oh wow, gold is having a hard time moving here. Pound USD. Pound USD ranging at this point in time. We pushed down pretty hard around London session. It seems like a liquidity grab at the bottom in pound USD. Because USD is actually gaining strength together with pound. Pound USD has been ranging a lot, so there isn't a lot of uniform price action. But what we can see is in pound yen, we are definitely trending towards the upside. Now it's only about now it's only a matter of volume. Patiently waiting. One of the volume time is in the next 6 minutes. Obviously pre-New York we didn't see a lot of action, except for hourly candle has retraced pretty heavy. I think once we start breaking 166 140, it's gonna be a good. Patiently waiting. So if you guys are liking the stream, make sure you hit that thumbs up and spread the channel. Help the algorithm spread the channel to the other traders out there, and that'll be the best. That'll be the best. All right, on YouTube, Mood Switch is saying hello, fellow traders. Hello. Hello, hello. All right, so this is getting interesting in gold, because gold 4-hour candle, as we said earlier on, we needed some sort of rejection on the top before we could push down. If this 4-hour candle could actually reject, close bearish, there's a high potential we can push down. And it's interesting because they're actually looking at good numbers for trade balance in relation to USD. So if USD is going to get stronger, gold's actually going to drop. Right, so if it's going to drop, it's actually showing signs that it's going to drop. Yep, 30-minute candle is breaking the low. 15-minute candle, it's returning back in the range below 1848.35. I think below 1846.20, if there's some volume, we can push down heavy. On a 5-minute, we saw fake out on the top, as we discussed. Fake out right here, the first candle in a while that broke a immediate fake out. After breaking the low, we have been pushing down ever since. it is having a little bit of hard time going down just because there's no volume. Uh, yes, we will see what's going to happen in gold, but gold could push down now, as we see, does have a potential to push down below 1840. Oh, my thing.
Yeah, I think gold is preparing for a dump.
Yeah. All right, so on YouTube, Mood Switch is saying slippery gold slipping to the downside soon. Yes, sir. I think it's gonna slip down. It is down. It's just that the volume is quite low. Quite low. The volume cap's under 100. Not how gold should be around New York session. Oh, look at this. It's moving down. Beautiful. Yep, it's pushing down. All right, so New York market opens right here. We are 1 minute in the New York market. Hourly candle, previous hourly candle on gold closed as a resistance, engulfing the previous previous hourly candle. At this point in time, it's very clear that this was a retest, a 4-hour candle rejecting the top. We are bearish at this point in time. There is a potential we can push down below 1846.20. We just have this news, minor impact, yellow folder news event happening in the next 29 minutes. That's the only thing, but I think gold is pushing down here. Now, let's look at pound yen one more time. Pound yen 4-hour candle closing the next 58 minutes. 4-hour candles hanging on, 2-hour candles rejecting the bottom. If we break the previous 2-hour candles high above 166, 140, there's a high chance we can push up in a clear range. Let's see if there's any support. 30-minute candle showing support already. We are in the first few minutes of the New York market, so we would want to see a retracement one more time before we could start pushing up. But I think buys above the previous hourly candles high would make sense. So keeping an eye open. Let's see what's going to happen. Gold. What's gold doing? Okay, gold's doing something similar. Facing in the first few minutes. Right? Hourly candle close engulfing bearish. Let's look at 4-hour and see what's happening. hour, as we said, this seems like a proper breakdown and a retest before push. Want to see a resistance? Where is a resistance? Oh, on an hourly, we do see a resistance, right? And on 30, what's happening on a 30? On a 30, we are actually previous 30-minute candle actually closed right about the support level, and the new 30-minute candle broke the low, is retracing up. Now what we want to see is for sales, we want to see at least a 15 or at least a 30-minute candle close below 1846.20. That way we can take a sell. On a 5-minute, the traffic seems better than the 15 and the 30, but we'll see what's going to happen. Look at this. Are retracing kind of heavy. I am not in any sort of position. I took quality buys earlier on London session, and I'm kind of being more disciplined. I don't want to rush in any trade. Discipline. Yep, pound yen starting to push up. We are 4 minutes in the market. 2-hour candle actually retraced down so well, right? So 2-hour candle looks like a textbook movement. During the 2-hour, it retraced down in its first half, respecting the previous 2 hours body. There's a wick on the top showing signs of continuation. We just need that last bit of push, last bit of volume. That's what we need here. We are in the first half of the month, and the size of the candles are pretty huge, telling us there is huge potential. Let's see if this month is going to be very nice, right? If we can catch amazing number of.
Starting this month, it's scaling month for me as well.
Beautiful.
So I am super disciplined as well.
Tea. Yeah. Wow, yes, pound yen. Starting to push up here. Look at 2 hour. Yeah, I'm planning to take buys about 166, 140. Stop loss is going to be around this 2-hour candle's low, or even below the 30 low. Right. Hour is looking amazing. Hourly candle. 15-minute kind of in between the range still. If a 15-minute candle closes above 166, 150. Wow, that's right. Gold hourly candle retracing up in the first few minutes, which are starting to push down later. Oh. All right, so on YouTube, Mood Switch is saying gold is looking bearish now. Yes, that is correct. We do have bearish potential. Look at the candles, right? So it's actually not a good idea to take a sell when the candle's bullish. Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't take a sell particularly here. For now, gold seems more bullish than bearish, to be honest. On an hourly perspective, yes, there could be sells coming in, but that's more like what I think than rather what I see. This is something we've discussed in the past in our group, that we cannot just approach the market with what I think or only what I see sort of an approach. We have to kind of keep both of the ideas in perspective. We have to look at the market with what I think is going to happen and also with what I see, and kind of have a stance in between, you know. Sometimes what I see is better than what I think. What I think is basically an emotional statement, an emotional approach. Could be an emotional approach, unless you know what's happening, and unless you're basically basing yourself on the higher time frame perspective, and you think something's gonna happen, and you visualize it, and it definitely happens, right? So to keep things simple, the idea about my talk is approach the market with first what I think. That's basically visualization and your experience, and then after with what I see, and just bounce in between. Just go I think again, and just visualize, just into your ideas. And when you see something happening, a textbook trade, a clean range trade, you see a support, your bias is building up, and bam, you execute, manage your risk, and that's the end of the story. Wow, gold is pushing up again. It's kind of maintaining price above 1848.35. If you focus, we talked about this. If the candles maintain a posture above 1848.35, we do have a chance to push up in this clear range and up above 1856. Just want to keep things in mind, such as in the next 18 minutes we have this trade balance news. And even if it's a yellow folder news, we know this by fact that trade balance can move the market hard, right? So just waiting and waiting. Yeah, gold is kind of hard. Definitely kind of hard. I would hesitate to execute on. Definitely hesitate. Let's just wait. I mean, if I have to base myself on one easy trade, the easy trade, you know what's going to be? The easy trade is going to be a 4-hour sales. That means I can see a support being broken. There is a low, if I'm anticipating a low being tested, which kind of relates with the news release they're anticipating too, by the way. So I just need to wait for a resistance or a 4-hour closure in the next 45 minutes, which is going to be a preparation for NYSE. And if the NYSE is going to be the ultimate catalyst that's going to move the market, well, guess what? I'm going to base my idea on sell. And if sales are happening, I need to wait, because I see an hourly resistance already. Being said that, the next hourly candle kind of has to respect the previous hourly candle's body, And once we start breaking the low, probably below 1846.20, we can get some sales. But clear textbook trade. So see how I'm approaching the market with like a C approach? I can definitely visualize buys coming in, but buys, clear buys are above 1856. If I have to approach the market with what I know, what I've seen in the past, it's a clear break and a retest and a sell. So that's how you can approach the market too. You know, you're not chasing the market's move now. You're actually basing yourself off of the idea which you've seen in the past and which you can execute without hesitation, but not over leveraging, because the market today is not the best. You know, over leveraging again at the same time is not the best idea, as you've known. It requires patience. It requires like precision when over leveraging, and it's not a good idea overexposing, man. But you know, we've also made it work in the past. We've over leveraged and we've made a lot of money as well. But need precision, experience, and have to be super patient, because if you take over leveraged position, I mean, anywhere, it's not going to work out. You're going to probably get your ass kicked by the market.
Yeah.
So patient, you know, and what you've seen in the past, you execute. And again, dynamic risk is where it comes handy. That, hey, you know what, you're using leverage, just expose yourself lightly, not just go full on bam 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 bam. You're going, you know, if you were supposed to take one lot, you're going to expose yourself probably with a 0.1 to start with if you feel you're too aggressive. Or if you know what's happening, probably start exposing yourself with 0.2. You go 0.2, boom, execute, things are going well. We are sustaining, we are rejecting whatever the idea is if for the trade to work. And again, a few rules apply here. If your trade was based on a 15-minute structure and a volume experience on a 15-minute, it has to kind of respect that idea. If you execute and in the next 15 to in the next 30 minutes, if it doesn't move anywhere, it's a better idea to close it down. Rather, better taking that hit, because for now, New York session, it's supposed to be volume time. It's supposed to be when the thing starts getting that movement, that momentum, right? The market should be alive. It shouldn't be dead. So that's the idea.
Oh wow, look at gold. Gold is moving.
Oh, look at gold. Gold is wow. As per our analysis here. Beautiful. If this 5-minute candle closes with a wick at the bottom, a sell could make sense. A sell could make actually sense.
Given this volume, I doubt it's gonna give us any entry.
Yep. Oh wow.
Yeah, it's not gonna give us any entry. Okay.
A retracement and a, oh man, no, it's just gonna push down.
Yeah, it's not gonna give us any kind of entry. Oh well, no worries.
No worries.
We will catch it later.
Catch you later. Okay, so 5 minute candle closed below 1846.20, showing signs of continuation. If this 5 minute candle actually rejects the top and then starts pushing down, that could be a possible entry right there. At 10 minutes before the news, so patiently waiting is a good idea, definitely. 1 minute candle retracing, 5 minute candle also retracing. We start breaking the previous 5 minute candles low, I think there's a very high chance we can push down. So that means not taking a market execution right about here, but patiently waiting with the pending could be an idea. So I am just waiting here. My buy stops from pound yen has been removed as well. I'm going to execute on pound yen only after market kind of looks good. For now, the market doesn't look good at all. Gold. Let's look at gold. Gold hourly. Gold hourly, yes, hourly candle actually did what we were anticipating. We were anticipating a resistance. Yes, resistance was made. We anticipated a respect to the resistance. We wanted candles to respect the top and then start pushing down. We saw a rejection as well. 30-minute candle still looking nice. We are 8 minutes away from news event. If the news is actually going to move the market down, it's not going to be a surprise anymore. We just want to see volume cap is below 100, which is kind of off-putting, to be honest. All right, so 1 minute actually did a drop and a retest. It's starting to push down. We are 8 minutes away from no impact news event. Still seems bearish. 5 minute candle did a proper retracement. As long as price is gonna stay below 1846.20, I think we could start pushing down. But I'm kind of holding off this trade. I don't want to execute right away on that idea. Waiting. Just wait. 5 minutes away from the fees. Here's another thing that could happen in the market. If gold's not going to do all the movement, well, all of that volume that was supposed to be all the volume that was supposed to be in gold or supposed to be seen in gold, it could actually be applied to pound yen, and we could see a lot of movement in pound yen. So patiently waiting for another 4 more minutes. I'm gonna fetch myself some water and make sure you guys are hydrated as well. Righty, we are back again.
Guess we have 1 minute for the news.
1 minute, and I think pound yen's gonna fly here. I think I'm gonna keep my pound yen buy stock back there. I have a good feeling that pound yen's gonna fly. Let's see what's gonna happen here. I mean, I think it's gonna move up. Anticipation is a bullish price action. I see support. I see candles respecting the previous body. I think it's only a matter of volume. If there's volume, yes, we can push up. Now, the only thing to keep in mind is if the New York gold is pushing down. If the New York market's not going to push it down, more than likely NYSE is going to be the catalyst that's going to move it up. Sorry, not move it down. Gold, on the other hand, is starting to push down. Wow, our analysis is playing out here. And the news release happens. Gold more than likely is pushing down at this point in time. 30-minute candle close below 1846.20. Are we gonna get one more retracement, or are we gonna push down here? 5-minute candle, there's a resistance as well. I think sales could make sense. Are we gonna see some volume? Oh. Okay. Yeah, actually, it's a good number. Better than anticipated. So yeah.
So yeah, gold should be moving down.
That's right.
Let's just hope there's volume in the market now.
Yeah, the volume cap's almost hitting 100. It's hitting that 100. Yeah. Hourly is clearly screaming a sell. 30 minutes screaming a sell. 15-minute, previous 15-minute candle close with little to no wick at the bottom, but still broke the support. A 15-minute retest will be like a light showing us way through the cave. Oh wow, we are starting to drop. Nice. It's
Yeah.
drop. Upper here. Interesting. Our at this point of time is making way more sense. As we said, this was a support. We broke the support. We needed a retest to continue lower. This was the rejection and the retest needed in the market. The wick on the top on a 4-hour is 52 pips. 52. That's $5 liquidity grab will give you probably about 100 pips or even more. How it's gonna move. So that means NYSE could be another catalyst that's gonna cause growth. That was actually a good down. I think one of the earlier signs was the 5-minute fake out on the top. We were talking about how 5-minute fake outs can give you 20 to 25 pips, but this turned out to be a little 56 pip move. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Clear move. Up here. And the volume cap's officially above 100. All right.
Well, I guess the market is acting like a Tuesday.
Yes. That's right. Oh wow, look at this. The drop's coming here.
Oh, okay, there you go. Oh,
That's it.
yes, sir.
That's it.
I actually managed to secure 10 pips over here.
Beautiful. I think it's gonna drop to 1838.30. 50.
I have left a runner run, so let's hope so.
Yes. If the 4-hour somehow closes bearish, there's a high potential we're gonna. Lovely to look at. Yeah, and
Yes, sir.
Even if I'm not executing on this trade, I am so pleased. So I want to say happy, but I am so good. A good vibe, good state of mind.
Yep. Well, when the analysis plays out, it's amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
And at this point, I am going to secure another half of my trade. There you go. 21 pips secured. Rest is gonna run. Oh. You know what, Anuj? When I'm trading with you, I get another kind of confidence in taking trades.
Beautiful. That's good. That's good.
I would not be sure about this trade if I was trading alone. But
That's
since
right.
I was with you here, I was exactly knowing what's gonna happen in the market. So thank you.
Yeah, I think it's extra set of eyes looking at it. That could be it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that since you were there,
Yep.
if I have any doubt, I can just simply ask you, right? So
That's
I don't
right.
have to go on with, oh, I don't know what's gonna happen
Yep.
thing over here.
Yep. And that's the thing about us learning in the market. It's a constant question. Why? Whether that be with somebody or with yourself. And we kind of note it down, just like you guys are actively journaling. Journaling is one of the best things anybody could do to learn trading. And for now, you're doing a live back testing. You're doing a live journaling. You're doing a live experience. And again, at the same time, you're executing. That's the best. Simply the best.
Now, when I look at the higher time frame, it makes sense for it to drop, because in the even in the 30-minute, if you see, there has been drop, retrace, stop, drop, retrace, and there was another drop anticipated over here, right?
Yep. Yeah, I see a higher potential to push down than up. Because look at the 4 hour. 4 hour speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Like we saw a drop from the support, retest, yes, a textbook retest. And the news's volume actually pushed it down. So what we can actually anticipate from here is for NYSE movement, as long as we stay confident bearish for NYSE, there's a higher chance we are going to retrace. And then that's going to be the liquidity graph for NYSE to follow the catalyst, to actually follow the momentum from the news release and gold's bearish structure to push it even lower. All we need is, for now, whoever secured that position, it's only a matter of risk management and accepting the fact that, hey, you know what, I secured 80 to 90% of my position. Now, if the rest of the position is going to run, whatever. But if it's going to hit my stop loss, man, that's it. That's what my plan was. But waiting for NYSE retracement, one more retracement before a push down is a really good idea, because we can clearly see a $5 liquidity grab. And the volume cap is officially above 100. And the volume's growing up pretty fast too. Oh, actually, no, it's slow. Look at this. Yeah, so if we're gonna catch that NYSE move, that is gonna be the move of the day, because NYSE is like, for me, NYSE is like the last push of the day for me.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, so we will see what's gonna happen. But gold, if it's gonna stay confident bearish somehow below 1846.20, we are gonna drop. And we also want to see escalation in this volume here. You want to see pound yen's volume is pretty high, but zero movement here. That's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Pound yen, it's supposed to push up. It's just
Ranging there.
changing. Yeah, I got a buy stop there, but I think NYSE is going to be the idea for pound yen too, unless there's some sort of news happening. Any news?
And yes, Prime account is amazing. I see now why you say scaling cannot be done in a standard account.
Oh, it
And I
can't.
agree.
That's right.
I agree now.
Yes. You
I
can.
took one single trade in Prime account and I already know that, okay, this is what I need.
I know, yeah.
Spreads are way better.
Spread's better, and Prime is just a better option, you know? I think
Yeah.
there shouldn't be any option like standard because it's just kind of like a trick for beginner traders. Beginner traders will choose standard account,
Yeah.
and it's just like a trick. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of a standard account. There should be a Prime ECN. That's it.
Yeah. Well, I am liking Prime by one single trade because, like, amazing.
Yep. Yeah.
Like, I'm saving more than half on spreads. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's right.
And you know what, Anuj?
Yes, sir.
Today, for the first time, I hit a 0.1 lot size.
Ooh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Good. So, how does it feel?
Oh, it is amazing. I just
Good.
hope I don't get over the roof, but this
That's
is
right.
good.
Good. Just make a journal of that too. You know, today. Okay, why did I put 0.1? Whatever the reason might be, even if we discussed last time why it's important to experience higher lot size, you kind of journal that too because it's going to help you. I used to,
Yeah, for sure.
what I used to do was, for example,
Mhm.
as I execute, as the trade is happening, I used to make a video of the profits that's going on and the movement somehow with my phone.
Mhm.
And I used to tell a story. I used to say, "Oh, this is happening. This is happening. That's why I'm using this lot and this happening. Wow, it's amazing." And I used to be able to secure it too. Sometimes, when I'm making video and it's too long, yes, I've missed that profit and it's gone back in drawdown. But it's it's a good idea to video journal because it stays there forever. You know. I still
Yeah.
have yeah screenshots and videos from my account flipping.
I think what I should do is I should install a screen recorder and a voice recorder. That should be good.
Yeah, that should be good. Or, for example, this one is recorded on YouTube. The analysis is there, you know, just for journaling purpose. But for your personal sake, as in, why did you do that? You know, why?
Yeah.
Was there greed, or was it your day to technically, you know, step up, or whatever that could be? Just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this trade was so apparent after the last 15-minute close, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the numbers, as soon as I saw the numbers and it started to like break the low, I just entered. It was like, okay, it's going down.
Beautiful. Yeah, I was a little bit hesitant because of the news trade balance. I wanted one more retracement. If there was one more retracement, I would definitely execute on this trade just like any normal trade. That was the only thing. Otherwise, this trade played out so well. So well.
Yeah. Yep, it did.
The NYC retracement's coming too, which is good. Which is actually pretty good.
Now, if it is stays to like stay below 1846, it's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be awesome.
But again, I'm not gonna take another trade today at all.
Good. Good.
Because since this was a scaling trade, right?
Yeah.
So my rule of thumb now is that when I take a scaling trade, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
since I'll be exposing myself in a little higher lot size, like for example, I did today.
Mhm.
If I add anything on top of this, I'm stupid. I shouldn't be doing that.
That's right. That's right. Happening with pound yen buy stop still in place. Right now, I'm kind of thinking that I should remove the buy stop. Actually, remove the buy stop. We'll see what we can do after a few more candles here. So, I want to see NYSE volume in pound yen if that's happening. Structure is definitely buy, anticipating bullish move. But I think gold is going to be the attraction here. Kind of waiting. Analysis has played out so well. Actually, so well.
Anuj, I have a question here.
Yes.
Could you please go to 15-minute on gold? Yep. So the previous 15-minute closed with the wick on the bottom, right?
Yep.
But the wick to body ratio is like 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
Would you consider like it's gonna fill the wick, or would you consider this as a rejection? What would you say in this case?
I wouldn't say this is an exhaustion. I wouldn't. Because just look at the market, right? So the news is very good, and we know trade balance actually brings in volume in the market. Now, here's the thing: I might define this as a wick fill coming in the future. I might say wick fill is coming, but the market can always do whatever it likes. But for me, this is a regular price action where candles are still confident bearish. Because we are actually 30 minutes, actually 45 minutes in the market already. So whatever funny moves were supposed to happen must have happened already, because this is this later half of the New York market open. So I would want more consistent price action with some volume. So if I'm anticipating some volume, now all of a sudden I wouldn't want a bullish price action. I would still want a nice clean push down. So I'm going to anticipate this still a bearish potential or a wick fill. On a 5-minute, it's kind of otherwise. So for a 15-minute wick fill to happen, from our textbook definition, we need a 5-minute resistance, or at least a 1-minute resistance to start with. Do we see a 1-minute resistance? It's kind of funny to say. Now on a 1-minute, it seems like an exhaustion. Yes, it does. But this is again candles printing side by side. And what do we know about candles printing side by side? It could be a potential order collection, which kind of makes sense if we are anticipating a push down. On a 1-minute, it's actually the needle in the middle. It's kind of saying, oh, it could be exhaustion, but what we've seen is order collection and a push down. So what I'm anticipating is I am anticipating a 15-minute candle bearish closure. This current 15-minute candles might close bearish, or this could be a final retracement for NYSE to continue even lower. My bias hasn't changed yet. So what this last 15-minute candle could do is either this candle is going to be the exhaustion where it's just going to exhaust all the way up, and the next hourly candle, the NYSE preparation, we might push down, or first candle could be an exhaustion, and the final push might be after NYSE. But what can happen is the previous candle. So what has happened is the previous candle is clearly not an exhaustion yet. If this candle, the current 15-minute candle, breaks the previous 15-minute candle's high, we know now Oh man, it's exhausting. Why it might be exhausting? Potentially for NYSE preparation. I see
All
a
right.
weak fill later. But for now, if I was in a sell, I would still anticipate a weak fill. But I wouldn't take a sell right now. Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Well, the move already happened.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. The potential move already happened. The quality move already happened.
Yeah, I used to do that mistake last summer, I guess.
Mhm. See what's gonna happen. This is gonna get interesting here. Interesting. Wow, pound yen just ranged.
Yeah. And it's ranging on the hourly as well, like 30-minute and the hourly.
Yeah.
But wow, London move was amazing.
The London move was good. That's why we need to wait, you know, we need to wait for the volume. A lot of people must have forced trades here. They're still holding on to it. I mean, it could work out, but it's just funny. All right, so now here's the thing. 4 candles closing in the next 6 minutes. 4-hour candle closes with this $5 liquidity grab, as we said. There is a potential that we might see 100 pips of move, at least. So that basically is the low being tested. So we might see a rejection on the top, similar to previous 4-hour candle. That's going to be the NYSE retracement, as we talked about. And that would be so much better to see, because we are allowing NYSE to do its thing and then move down later. See if we can capitalize. We can score 10 to 20 pips here. Actual move has happened already. We are also keeping that idea in just here for the sake of experience, and we're trying to capitalize on E. The actual move, quality move has happened, and see how the 30-minute, how the hourly candle, and the 4-hour is going to close. Are we going to close confident bearish, or what's going to happen? Previous current 15-minute candle is still respecting the previous 15 minutes body. Kind of interesting. 5-minute candle is kind of ranging side by side. 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute is clearly ranging side by side. A retest around this area would be nice. 1845.40 at least.
I guess 5 minute found a resistance.
Yep, 5 minutes seems like last 5 minutes before.
To be honest, the 4 hour closer sometimes gets me nervous.
Yes.
because you can never say which direction the first hour of the 4 hour is gonna retrace to, right? So
Yes. Yes. That's actually true. Yep. The 4 hour
I feel
closes,
so-
and then we have a stronger bias. But for the bias to play out, it just takes another 2 to 3 hours, or even 4 hours.
yeah,
So
exactly.
that's-
For me, the best time to trade for me is the second to third hour. The third, like quarter of that 4 hours,
Yep.
best time.
Yep. Yep. It's way uniform. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this 5 minute candles showing resistance. There is a potential we can push down. 1 minute candles kind of printing side by side. So have to wait. Definitely have to wait for the candle close. So here's the thing: how market could trap a lot of traders is we know for a fact 4 hour candle closes. The next 4 hour candle has a high potential to retrace. A lot of traders out there, it's so obvious for them to see a sell coming, and they don't know that 4 hour candle is coming to a close, but they only see the fact that 5 minute candle is kind of showing resistance, so they are busting their account into sales while not knowing the fact that they're only being trapped, and the market's going to retrace. The market's going to catch their stop loss, and they're going to give us a better position to take. So it's a good idea to
Yeah.
wait. Good idea to wait.
Like, look at what's happening right now. Just ranging in the 5 minute.
Yeah.
Last minute of the hour, I guess.
Yep. Last minute of the 4 hour. Last minute of the hour. Daily kind of seems bearish potential still. Up. 15 more seconds. Patiently wait. 2 hour sales are so obvious. So let's see what's gonna happen. NYSE is next 30 minutes now. Catalyst. And the 4 hour candle closed bearish, confident bearish candle. Wick at the bottom, and we do have chance to push down. Previous 2 hour candle closed bearish with a wick at the bottom showing signs of position. hourly candle also is very confident. 30-minute candle was kind of rejecting the bottom, but still for me this is still sort of a trade, but we will retrace. I'm anticipating a retracement. If the retracement never happens, there's no trade for me, literally. Yeah, price is still a sell because we are still below 1846. Wow, 4-hour candle just pushing down.
Yeah.
Two. Minute candle almost breaking the previous 15-minute candle's low. By side, are starting continuing down here.
And did you notice the very distorted head and shoulders pattern on the 5-minute?
5-minute, let's look at it. Oh yeah, I can see it. Yeah, that's right.
Nice. It's just moving. Amazing. My original position is still on like 20%-ish.
Good. It's been coming. In basket is recovering. Okay. Again, having a hard time pushing up. So the previous 30-minute candle closed below the support. Looking at the hourly candle, rejected the top at this point of time. 4-hour candles closed bearish. Now we need a support, or at least a strong hourly support to continue up. 15-minute candles are ranging side by side. I wouldn't want to touch pound yen anymore. It's just so ugly.
Yeah. Cannot say anything.
Yeah.
About pound yen.
I mean, whoever has the time and whoever has the potential to look at gold's NYSE volume playing out, I think that's going to be the end of the day. That's probably going to be the last move. There isn't anything else happening. That was good. For retracement. Oh.
I guess my position is gonna get stopped out at break even now.
Mm-hmm. Look at 5-minute candles.
Wow.
Having a hard time to push up, ranging side by side. This too has a great potential to push down.
Yeah, got stopped out.
I think gold's gonna take some time before pushing down here.
Yeah.
Tracement starting already. We are starting to push again. Nice. Very nice.
Oh, yes.
4 hour 4 hour candles still feeling the wick. I wanted to see a rejection. No rejection seen so far. 2 hour candle, very obvious to push down. Hourly candle, very obvious to push down. 30-minute candle, the first 30-minute candle in the new hour. We are filling the wick, kind of have the top wick, kind of small wick on the top. 15-minute candle breaking the low. 15-minute candle is going to close in the next 14 seconds. Yeah, I think we are continuing here. Wanted to see a retracement, that never happened. My trade idea never happened, so haven't executed yet. Yeah, looks like I should be happy with whatever the London market gave to me. Trying to be more oh yeah, we are pushing down, filling the wick. 30-minute candle. Boy, today. Boy. Just looking at the market. No funny execution whatsoever. Oh. We are gonna push down. Higher chance to push down than anything else. Yep.
There you go. It's going down.
About 14 minutes before the NYSE open hits. Oh, we are pushing down here. Beautiful.
The analysis played out exactly as anticipated.
Pushing down, beautiful.
Somebody on YouTube is asking, what broker are you with?
Oh. Let's check who is asking the question. I was looking at this Steve Harvey's video. This video is about Steve Harvey on firing white people versus firing black people. This is a good one. So Ari Fatah says, what broker are you with? Do you mainly stream on YouTube or any other place? So yes, we stream on YouTube a lot, but we got a private stream and we host private streams in our group, for our group exclusive, only for our members. Only for our members and my friends right here. We have a community, but I trade with two brokerages. One is Black Bull Market, which has been pretty good over the years, and obviously Dominion Markets, so Raja Bank's brokerage. It's amazing. Two accounts. That's it. But I am not suggesting any brokerage to you. It's definitely on you to figure out what works best for you. You know, no financial advice, no nothing here. No advice.
Oh, wow, gold is retracing hard.
Yeah, that's I'm kind of smiling here as gold is retracing. This is something I was waiting for. I think gold rejecting 1845 flat or even 1846 sort of a level would be a good idea before pushing down. That way NYSE, if NYSE's intentions are to push down, this move up could be a final liquidity grab.
Yeah.
Waiting. Kind of waiting.
Yeah, that's what I think as well. Like, people are waiting to enter on NYSE, and this liquidity grab is happening.
Yep. Beautiful retracement coming.
One and a half minutes for NYSE. Wow, look at the retracement. Holy shit.
Nice. That's why you gotta secure in gold every time.
Yeah.
Just imagine a lot of people took sales, and
Hmm.
you know they were so cocky they just hold it, and their stop loss is getting hit now. Oh my lord!
Yeah.
Can't be cocky with the market. Can't be cocky with the market. Alright, so we got a 4-hour resistance, which is a better and stronger resistance. We have seen rejection around the previous support area. If this 4-hour candle could quickly, as soon as possible, do something similar and then start pushing down, that'll be better. We also know this, and we've seen this in the past, that sometimes NYSE volume actually does take time to kick in. 45 to hour sort of a period to kick in that volume, and yeah, so if that's the case, it's just a matter of wait, you know. Buys for me, that's just not the deal. No, waiting for a quality sell, if that's gonna happen. 2-hour confident sells, see, buys is gonna be sell, no buys whatsoever. Just a matter of wait, and yeah, that's it. NYSE volume might take some time to kick. Patiently waiting for that. There is a 30-minute support as well, but I am not going to take any buys in gold. No buys.
Yeah, it would not make sense.
Yeah. Check what pound yen is doing. Pound yen. Pound yen daily pretty bullish. 4-hour. Obviously 4-hour is acting as a support right now. There's a clear range on the upside, very obvious to mirror that range. So NYSE could be the catalyst for pound yen to push up as well. All right, NYSE volume. We are 2 minutes in NYSE already. So hourly candle, respecting the previous hourly candle's body, I would a relaxed way of approach towards the market. I would wait for 4-hour to make a deeper wick. That way I would kill all the that I might build. Obviously hourly candle is rejecting the top, and NYSE has kicked in. Alright, so 30-minute candle also rejecting the potential retest area. 15-minute candle rejecting the top. This was the first 5-minute candle that broke above this resistance, the New York push down resistance. So if a 5-minute candle could confidently close below, and the next 5-minute candle could reject the top, start pushing down, that could be a selling opportunity right there. Now 1-minute candle is already doing a rejection on the top. This could be a little impulsive, but sales could work out from here too. Let's see what's gonna happen. So we are pushing down.
There you go. There you go.
Oh. Pushing down hard. Nice. Very nice. Hourly candle looking sweet. 30-minute candle still hanging around. 15-minute hanging around. 5-minute candle doing something we talked about. 1-minute candles pushing down aggressive after this rejection around the potential rejection area. It's actually looking good. We have a good chance to push down. Let's do the 4-hour one more time. 4-hour candle has made a top wick. Decent, to be honest. I would love to see a deeper wick happen. Approximately 5 minutes SE. Five-minute candle closed dodgy around 1846. 4 hours still retracing in its first half. 2-hour retracing. Hourly candle respecting the body. I would love the hourly candle if the hourly candle could reject 1848.35. Pound yen starting to push up. All right.
Yeah, I guess it needed the NYSE volume.
Yeah. Still bullish. If we break 166, 140, volume it still looks good. Let's see what's gonna happen. I'm thinking about buy stop around 166, 175. All right, gold actually tapped that potential retest area. We are we are 10 minutes in the NYSE. All right, so we are aside kind expecting this level. It's 1844.95. So pushing down. Hour, 2 hour, hour. A buy stop in pound yen almost getting activated here. Nice. That NYSE.
I guess gold is pushing up over here.
Yeah. Tracing pretty hard, which is good. I wanted to see a rejection around 1848.35 level, because that's the level where we started pushing down from. That's like the New York that's the New York open liquidity grab level. That's the same level where the New York market started dropping down. If NYSE is not happy with this potential reaches area, are pushing down, more than likely 1848.35 could be the on a 15-minute. Otherwise, it seems like a buy. Probably a lot of people have executed buy too. I'm not gonna take a buy. For me, that just doesn't make sense yet. Yeah, still kind of waiting. I can catch gold sales if I don't fall asleep. Yes. Yeah, that's fine. Otherwise, I'm just patiently waiting with pound yen buys and gold sells. Now, pound yen buys kind of is an impulsive idea with a buy stop with a pending order. Why is it impulsive? Just because this is the first 4 hour that's gonna break 166, 140 without a proper support. The support is only on a 30-minute time frame. 2 hour rangey, 1 hour rangey. 30-minute is where I see a support. I see liquidity grab too, which is pretty good. But this impulsive position is gonna work only if there's volume. If there's no volume whatsoever, candle's gonna return back in this range and is an invalid trade. Volume cap's pretty high. It's in about 320. This is what June and July should look like, but no movement is not good.
Yeah.
So if the 15-minute candle closes with a wick on the top, there's a high chance the next 15-minute candle could. 15-minute candle closes with a wick on the top. That's very good. We just need volume. We are 18 minutes in the NYSE. Thinking about removing this buy stop in pound yen. Yen is actually having a little bit of hard time moving up. This is a lot of rain. Buy stop doesn't make sense. Now, this is one good thing about using pending orders. Actually, not executing a full-on market execution. You're not placing orders manually. Just letting the market activate your position, which is all idea, because that way you're anticipating. That way you're actually allowing the market volume to execute. One thing I learned from Uncle Ted was he was like, if you hesitate on execution, use pending order and blame the market for executing your order.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Just manage it. Obviously you gotta manage it. You can't just stay there looking at the trade. Obviously managing it. But yeah. Most of the time my execution on gold actually pending orders. Our candle doing basement. If New York, we grab liquidity around this area down. Now the news is we know GBPJPY 4-hour candles retracing kind of makes sense with gold, but
yeah, gold is super bullish right now.
Yeah. In this hour and 20 minutes. So now this is something to observe. 4-hour candle's high is 1851.79. I would actually call that 1851.80. Now, if the current 4-hour candle actually respects 1851.80's vicinity, it's still bearish. Actually, look at this. Highs are identical. Trading View is telling me the high over here is 1851.79, right? 1851.79, and the new one also 1851.79. That is interesting. Oh, my buy stop in pound yen almost about to be executed here. Okay. Oh, buy stop activated. All right, let's see if it's gonna move with volume. Otherwise, I am gonna take a small hit and I'm gonna close the position. Otherwise, buy stop activated. We are 2 minutes in the NYSE. No whatsoever. Market has executed my order. Volume to drive higher. We have broke one previous hourly candle was high, which is good. Need some volume range on the upside. There's no volume candles. Reject the top, retrace. I am going to close this position. Okay. Pound USD is doing something similar. In basket, okay, in basket kind of rangy. Gold is on bullish here. Broke the previous 4-hour candle's high.
Yeah.
Wow. Pound yen having a hard time breaking 166, 140. My position got activated, but at this point in time, I'm thinking about closing the position because I was anticipating one push volume. See, I'm gonna give I'm gonna give this probably another minute and a half to breathe in if it's moving up. Otherwise, if it's gonna retrace. So at any point in time when you have executed, you feel uncomfortable, you have to close the position or manage the position. One of the best ways to manage your position is take the small hit and just take the quality trade. This is supposed to be quality trade. If it is quality trade, it should run. Is it running? No. So what do? We just close the position because it's better to take a smaller hit, the smallest hit, than a huge stop loss.
Yeah.
Always a good idea. Five. Five. Closed everything. Didn't make sense. Didn't make
Right.
sense at all. You just have to take the small hit sometimes. That
Yeah.
was it. I gave it that breathing time. Oftentimes, this is one of those trades where it's just hold on to it. You don't need to hold on to your trades. You can just exit. There's no rule saying you have to hold on to your trade until your stop loss gets hit. No.
Yeah. Well, I guess the trade for you was the London one today.
Yep. The London trade was the trade of the day for me. The trade right here. Let me show you guys. This trade right here, after 30-minute candle, after hourly candle closed bullish, there was a support. My idea was pound yen is bullish, and in a bullish trend, it's a better idea to catch buys than sells. And that was the trade. London volume kicked in a little late, but yeah, definitely kicked in. My trade was executed somewhere around here, moved up. My take profits were here. One of the terminals closed it right here, another froze and slipped and gave me like 40 something pips, which is good. How many pips did it get? Yep, 48 pips, which is solid.
Nice.
Yeah. Now the loss I took is a very small loss, and here's the idea: losses should never ever exceed your profit, and that was the whole idea here.
Yeah.
Losses shouldn't exceed your profit. So I was like, you know what, man, maybe this trade is gonna work out, but whatever. I'm taking a profitable trade already. I don't need to force a trade, and I don't need to hold the trade. Now NYC volume probably might take another 25 to 30 minutes to kick. Now pound yen could push up, but I am not gonna execute. Now, gold sell was my prime idea for NYSE hours. Obviously, 4-hour candle broke the high and is kind of pushing up. So it's clearly defeating my idea for sales. So this is a Tuesday price action. This is definitely Tuesday. For high is 1850. That is a psychological level. 2-hour candle. Candles high, rejecting the. I still think there is a chance to push down. So how do we find a quality now? A quality once we actually engulf them. That it's going to be too late. So this is just going to be another price action to add up to your. I wouldn't execute on any. Now, USD JPY. By ranging side by side. Actually, a really good idea to look at correlate as side by side, just so that you know what's happening in an over. Thing is, everything else is rangy. So sometimes gold and USD JPY movement kind of makes sense. Now, if gold was to push down, JPY should have moved up. So yeah, gold is doing some rangy price action too. If it is to push up, definitely break and a retest makes sense. But for sales is hard, actually hard. Yep, gold hard. Not like a textbook trade here. Okay, pound yen starting to push up now. Breaking the high. We are 34 minutes in the NYSE. 2 hour breaking the high. 1 hour. Previous 1 hour candle closed with a wick on the top. This is a 1 hour candle breaking the high. If it's gonna retrace now, I mean, this whole idea of buy is just kind of rangy. I'm not gonna execute. I'm just looking into it.
Yeah.
And no execution whatsoever, because I want to keep my profits. I wanna savor my profits.
Yeah. There you go. Gold is moving down.
Yep.
Oh wow. Moved down and did a rejection.
Gold is kind of hard.
Yeah, gold is untouchable right now.
Yeah, 4 hour broke the high, still bearish potential, but on hourly, I wouldn't touch this. I was thinking about sales, but oh no.
Not in this condition now.
The pound yen. So this is quite a bit tricky. Don't touch pound yen, basically. Yeah, I wouldn't touch pound yen now. Gold 4 hour broke the high, 2 hour broke the high, but still bearish. Half of the 2 hour. Now candle close with a wick on the top. This 1 hour candle has the potential to push. Not gonna take a buy. 30-minute candle, yeah. Candle has a bullish potential. Can we push down? Low is 1850.70. Number is up more than likely. Oh no, it's 18. That's the end of the day. That's the end of the day for me. Sales from around here. We have a toolkit, man, amazing. Now gold is it's somersault, which it does every time. Right. Oh, now rest. And everybody in the YouTube, thank you for coming in and enjoying the live stream with us. Guys, learn and practice. Obviously, it's gonna take time. It's not a short-term game. It's definitely gonna take time. You just gotta put in work and effort. You will make it. Just gotta be patient. And that's it. Best of luck. See you guys in YouTube tomorrow. Let's look at my calendar. Just look at the calendar to see what's happening tomorrow. Is clean day or day? Oh yeah, Wednesday the 8th is clean day. Tomorrow we're gonna come and we're gonna capitalize off the market. No problems. Beautiful. Alright, you guys have a lovely time in the YouTube.
Alright, brother. You have a good night. I'm gonna head out.
You too, brother.